Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to... All right, a chance to check out stats for Jaime Jaquez.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Walker, Z out there with Hardy. Then there's Achua, and it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Pelicans, Toppin is out there with Ingram, and it's Stewart in at point guard. Here's Hardy. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And this, of course, Brent, a cross-conference rival. The kind of game we look forward to as broadcasters.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, sometimes in these rivalry games, younger players don't understand the history of what it is that's about to take place. And so older players, media, fans, they talk them into the intensity of what it is we're going to see here tonight. Toppin trying to gain his confidence by sharing the ball. He gets an assist.
Z, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way he was making everything from the floor.
Bolden passes to Stewart. Offline with his 3. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to Detroit. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Biggie, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Here's Z. Guarded by Stewart. Z, good. Z's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And the dunk by Stewart.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Pass to Bolden. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Achua.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against the Raptors was playing superb basketball. He scored 45 points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. And those are big numbers he put up. It's hard to match, but he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him, we'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big 3, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Here's Bolden. This game he had 28 points.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Z. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pelicans trail by 8. Pass to Jones. Here's Bolden. Three-pointer. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Lets a floater go. That layup is good as it's up and in from Z. Z's got 13.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Hawkins against Ingram. Pass to Hawkins. And he misses his first shot of the game. Here's Z. Last time 45 points for him. Good work defensively by Jones.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And so it's the Miami Heat bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
Mismatch!
For New Orleans, Toppin comes in for Johnson, and it's Ingram in for Walton. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Z comes in for Paul. They've got Toppin. Ingram is out there with Jones. Then there's Hawkins, and it's Stewart in at the point. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Now Hawkins, scoreless thus far. Pass to Stewart. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Lonzo Ball picks one up. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Z. Cans it from downtown. He's got 16.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Kicks it out to Jones. And here is Ingram. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
To the middle, here's Z, and he dunks it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Tapping a screen on Ball. Stewart with it. He's picked up by Walker. Pass to Hawkins. There's a screen by Toppin. Hawkins kicks to Jones. Releases. And the Pelicans miss again. The Heat leading by 19 points. Here's Z.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
It's hauled in by Hawkins. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, here's Toppin. No good on the 3. Hawkins against Jones. Here's Z. And it's good off the back rim and in. Z's got 20 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Stewart. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
So both teams changing it up here. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Take a look at the Heat, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat.
I think for the Heat, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Toppin dishes to Ingram. Shoots over Hawkins. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Ingram's got his first points of the game.
Brandon Ingram showing off the ways he can score. You know he's playing well when he's this patient to do so.
Here's Adebayo. Shoots over Toppin. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Here's Johnson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
I like seeing Johnson getting after it, taking on all comers and drawing the whistle.
The Heat making a switch here. And Johnson drops them both. Ball with it. Takes the 3. No good that time. And so it's the Miami Heat taking a 19-point lead into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hey. Oh, this is a great trade for them. Wendell, always a double-double threat. I mean, he gives you size and toughness without hurting.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the New Orleans Pelicans.
They have to be better offensively, shooting under 40%. You know how to fix that?
And that is it for halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Z.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for the Heat, Walker out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Z. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hardy in at the 2 spot. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Just how effective is Bam on the interior? Just does not get out of sorts and takes some highly efficient shots.
Here's Stewart. And the shot falls short this time.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Z can't get it to go.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That is his first foul of the game. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Toppin passes to Stewart. Six to shoot. Puts one up from 19.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Z, and it's good, 2 points. That's now 26 points for Z.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. Now, they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. Number 1, the Heat. Second, the Pelicans.
And both of these teams are really lighting it up from long range, shooting with tremendous confidence. This is a great game to watch, and you almost have to expect a shootout when they meet.
And the dunk by Stewart.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Bolden. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Hawkins checked in for Toppin. And Miami with a change here, too. Hawkins is checked in. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Stewart. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Stewart's got 14 points for the game.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Z. Good on the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Pass to Stewart. Plenty of space. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
1:16 left to play here in the third. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Here's Z. Bangs home the trifecta. Z's got 11 points in the quarter.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Here's Bolden. Pass to Stewart. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Z. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Adebayo passes to Z. The jump hook. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now, here's Stewart. 16 points for him. Launches it. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Miami Heat rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving.
The Heat making a switch here. Here's Ball. Pass to Z. Fires for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Z's got 38 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And for the Heat, Z out there with Ball. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kersey, and it's Paul in at the 3, the small forward. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Ball with a wide open look. And the Heat, another 3.
Some gamesmanship now as Ball saw 1 3 go and said, I'll get one back on you.
Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
Kersey with the screen on Hawkins. Here's Z. Misses the three. New Orleans has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
New Orleans moving the ball around to the paint. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he has the right partner, Ingram, creating the offense in the pick and roll, and that's a nice read.
Here's Z. He's covered by Hawkins. Here's Z. Off target from outside. For New Orleans, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. There's a screen by Toppin. Off target with his 3. Miami's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Z.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Just a natural scorer, Brandon Ingram out there finding ways to get it done.
Outside ball. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited.